get it. Being calm is easy in retrospect and looking back at things and situations. But when you're facing the situation, it can be very hard to be calm in that moment. And these are some simple habits that help me just be more present when I'm trying to be calm in a situation that is anything but calm. Hi, through doing these three things, I have found that they enable me to be more calm in situations when I'm dealing with things that feel like my whole world is turned upside down, but they really anchor me in that moment and just forces me to remain calm. This is one of my most frequently asked questions, and I'm happy to say some things that help me be a calm person and that helps me through being calm throughout my day-to-day life. So, being calm is really just a state of being and it can be altered. It doesn't mean that you stay in this calm person zone forever. I think being a calm person is characterized by the state which you are in most of the time. So if someone says you're an energetic person, it simply means in my mind that most of the times you're energetic but you still have down days. And I feel like that's the same with being a calm person. I feel like sometimes people may think that if you are a calm person, you never react to things or you never have moments where you aren't calm, because that's simply not true. You can still get irritated or annoyed. And one thing that I would say that really helps me be a calm person in situations where I'm dealing with other people. Let's say I don't agree with someone, and when you don't agree with someone, you are eager to prove your point and your perspective, and you really want this person to see your point of view. But when you are in this argument and when you start arguing with someone, it becomes heated and you just want to prove your point, and that's where respect gets blurred, and sometimes you may disrespect someone simply because you don't agree with the person. And that's where silence come in, and that's one of my habits for being a calm person. And that's when dealing with situations with people, oftentimes I just opt for silence, not as punishment towards the person or the situation, but rather silence in regards to respecting yourself and the person by not saying things that you might later regret. I also found that people oftentimes uses silence as a form of punishment, like silent treatment towards someone, because they feel like this person is so wrong that they don't even deserve to hear my voice now or to get a response out of me. And I just found it to be a little bit childish, to be honest. Just say what you want to say and leave the rest in your mind, especially if it's going to show some disrespect to the person, because that's not what you want. So really use silence as a form of respect. When you are stressed out, it's mostly because you are in a fight or flight state, and really because you aren't in routine. And I found that sticking to my routines helps me with staying calm. And I feel like it's such an obvious thing, but it isn't obvious, because most things in life are really obvious and simple, but you can't wrap your head around the fact that it is so easy to be calm once you just know what makes you calm. Whenever you try to change something in your life, you'll also feel a little bit more disorientated because you aren't used to this new thing that you are trying to stick to, like habits, goals, whatever. It's because routines makes you calm, because you're comfortable doing the same thing over and over, and your brain knows that it isn't in danger. So routines that you already have, try to stick to them, especially when you are changing something else in your life, because it will just signal to your nervous system that you are safe and release some of the tension that you might feel in other areas. So stick to your skincare routine when you're feeling a little bit stressed or extra stressed more than usual, so you can remain calm. Now the last thing is something that I have been pondering upon the last few days a lot, and that's underthinking versus overthinking and how to use them both in your favor. So when it comes to underthinking, I am a severe underthinker because I tend to not have any thoughts in my head unless I'm thinking about something that I want to create, something I have to do. I'm not really an overthinker. I used to be more so, but I just tend to not think about things most of the time. So if you are washing the dishes, wash the dishes. If you're peeling a lemon, peel the lemon or the orange or whatever. But try to really center yourself in that moment. In regards to overthinking, you oftentimes overthink when you aren't taking action, and it's something that's been, it's like pondering in your head over and over. You're thinking about this thing, and the reason being is because you aren't doing the thing. So let's say you're interested in crocheting, so you're looking at Pinterest pins and you're pinning things on Pinterest and it's going well, you're so inquisitive at this moment. But after a while, let's say you don't do the thing in 1 week, you're still thinking about it. Now you're like, can I even do this? Is this easy? That's when the overthinking starts, from the inaction of doing the thing rather than just it being difficult because you haven't even tried it. And I find that when you don't do things, it is very hard in your head, and your head makes things very hard. It's like when you actually do the thing, you're like, this is so easy. Or even if it's not easy, it's still not as difficult as it is in your head. So overthinking makes things more difficult than it actually is because it's only in your head. Save your overthinking for decision making, planning, and things that actually require you to overthink and really analyze situations. But when it comes to picking out your outfit and you aren't even into fashion, why are you overthinking an outfit? Just put whatever you see on. And this is easier said than done, I know, but the more you do it and the more you really get it into your mind that it isn't worth thinking about, the more clear and the more calm you will become, and you will just see that it will happen naturally, where you don't think about things as much anymore because your head knows. We save thinking for things that we actually need to be thinking about. If I want a new idea, I'm in my thinking box and I'm thinking, oh, I want to crochet something, what can I crochet? And then I'm thinking, not if I'm just sitting here doing nothing. In my head, I'm also doing nothing. Only have thoughts about things that you are doing and things that you are planning, and not the past. Only think about the future, but not micromanaging it and thinking about every single step that you want to take. Life doesn't have to be like that. You can still be fluid and flow with life while also planning things and thinking in advance, but really just think about things that matter now, and don't overthink the past, because that's where a lot of overthinking comes from. Past and future events, just think for now and center yourself in that. Being a calm person is how you can be naturally, or something that you can cultivate, and it will help you in all areas of your life. It will make your skills improve much faster because you are in a calm state, and your brain can actually latch on to information better when you are calm, and just your life will be so much more meaningful. So I wish you well, and bye.